Kench can be annoying. Keeps we couldn't like do any. We have a Leona lane. We can't do anything with it because he use anything on
Yeah, that was pretty
Zaya. It's
funny.
just like nope, nope, just gonna walk away. But other than that, I mean, once I actually really enjoyed that game because it was just a lot of fun.
Yeah, that went back and forth plenty of times. And if
Yeah,
the team fights were always really exciting, and then somehow One Tooth comes out of absolutely nowhere and one shot Zoe like every
yeah,
single time.
yeah. Zoe didn't really get to play that game. That's how you counter him.
All right.
What up, Silver?
Yeah.
And I saw your message, Silver. I was not ghosting. I opened the stream and then minimized it right
Oh, I
away.
didn't. Who? Someone said that. It wasn't me.
Yeah, Silver said it. Yeah, I always just I opened it and then I minimized it. I was not actually ghosting.
Oh, gotcha. That's funny.
But I see boy Aiden thinking he can play the Renekton. Gonna be some heavy critiquing going on here.
Ooh, that's exciting. Yeah, so for everyone tuning in to this now, as we have gone live for our second game, or if you're watching the VODs on YouTube, welcome. This is community game number 2 for this Wednesday. What is it, December 6th? I don't know if that matters, but if you guys aren't familiar with the Lola community games, we do this every Wednesday. At least we try to do 5v5s, depending on how many people show up. But if you show up, we do. And if there's enough people, the cast jumps out of the games to spectate and cast these 5v5s for the Lola community. It's a lot of fun. They can get really bloody. We got some high elo players, some low elo players, so games get really messy. It's really exciting. You can join in by jumping into our Discord. Find that link on our website and just wherever. You can find it everywhere. But join in. Jump in on Wednesdays, 8 Central. That's 9 Eastern. That's 7 Mountain and 6 Pacific time on Wednesdays. So, yeah, we announce it on Twitter and all that stuff.
We have a good time with it. There's a mixture of like you can try hard if you want to, but also no one's gonna get mad if you just have fun with it.
And if you don't know what to do, just pick something that counters Blake and camp him. That's all you need to know. That's Wise Papa Smurf.
Perfect.
So, and yes. Probably Tom Stench.
Yeah, so we're had a good time doing the Renekton podcast. It's been a rough season with him so far. I hope they rework some of the. I hope they rework some of the like bruiser like masteries and keystones because it definitely is not a good meta for fighters right now.
That's so interesting because I think when we first saw the runes come out, we were thinking that it's gonna be super great for bruisers.
Yeah, and then we realized that it actually didn't synergize well with them, and that ADCs were good, which is always a bad thing for bruisers.
Ah, I see.
Since they just get kited to shit.
So do you think actually that this is my opinion. My opinion is that no one is really building in the resolve tree because everyone's wanting to play assassins. That's what my experience has been in solo queue, that we just see 5 assassins versus 5 assassins, or 5 squishy characters versus 5 squishy characters. Do you think it's people like not... Do you think it's because there's no professional scene where everyone's playing off of a meta where they realize that actually tanks are good or bruisers are good? Or do you think that they're just like... And so everyone's playing accordingly, poorly, or inefficiently?
I think it's kind of like people play inefficiently. I think like super tanks are really good right now.
Like Maokai?
I think that like Maokai and Ornn, obviously, because Ornn is just broken. But people who can take effect of like, I forget the name of the mastery, but the one that like when you CC someone, it does damage in a pool around
Overcharge, I believe it is.
Yeah, so like Maokai, Gragas, Malphite. I think these like super tanks are good right now. Like the good initiation, and then like their ADCs can follow up off of that. Because like you said, it's like people are wanting to play like squishy, like assassins and everything. Like assassins and ADCs can like do well against bruisers because they can kite and like can end up killing them. But with like super tanks, sometimes it's like if you're too squishy, they just kill you before you can do anything about it. So I feel like people are, like you said, like they're so focused on like trying out all these different damage stuff that you could definitely try out some of the resolve tree. But I think the resolve tree is underwhelming.
That's interesting.
I think because of the lower base stats and less base stats from runes, I think they need a little more damage out of or not damage, tankiness out of Resolve Tree because I feel
Interesting.
like early game, like everyone is just squishy.
Oh yeah, because you don't just have like those armor runes and stuff.
Right.
Especially if you don't go down into the resolve tree, you have like absolutely no tank stats whatsoever. I wouldn't even say
Yeah.
tank stats. You just have like no extra defenses.
Yeah, you just have like no extra defenses. Like I just so many times the one champion that I had trouble playing recently is Bard actually. Because Bard, even though he's like really strong and he has some good masteries to use in this one, he is so squishy. Like it's so hard to lane as him because you just get blown up by any kind of engage uh, support, or like even a Nami who mostly pokes. It's like you get hit by one bubble, you're just dead no
Yeah,
matter what. Whereas before you could like trade off a little bit. I don't
gotcha.
know. They're still so all over the place, and All Stars is coming up. I'm excited to see what people are gonna do for All Stars.
Yes, and it's gonna be weird because All Stars is gonna be this like not necessarily meta defining,
Right.
uh, but it is definitely professional play that a lot of North America hasn't seen. The Kespa Cup just got done, which it was Korea's tournament, so they were playing with the preseason patches and stuff like that. I believe one of the big things that came out of that was was it Unsealed Spellbook? Is that what it's called? The Summoner spell
Yeah.
changing one. That one was huge for engaged supports, certain supports like Malzahar support, because people forget that it gives you cooldown reduction off your summoner spells. So you take that plus other runes that give you more cooldown reduction on your summoner spells, and then you also get lucidity boots. So
Hmm.
you have like 40% cooldown reduction on your flash, which is
Yeah.
ridiculous.
I think we're gonna see a lot of that like in pro play,
Hmm.
and it's gonna be interesting to see like what parts of that actually matter for solo queue and which ones don't. Because another thing they talked about a lot with like pro play is how like certain like tanks and like crowd control champions are like super OP in pro play because they play them so well. They play as a team so well, but then you bring it to solo queue and it doesn't matter very much. Like
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
a champion that is pick banned a lot in competitive play, even when he's not super strong, Shen, who is
Hmm.
not always super strong in solo play because you don't have that coordination with your team. But he can be super oppressive in pro play because they're so good about cross map play. So it'll be definitely interesting to see what comes out of what. Because like the summoner, like the spellbook thing, like that's really good to have low summoner spell cooldown. But if you're not using it to its max ability, you're losing out on another summoner or a keystone you could have.
Hmm. Yeah, but still, 40% flash though. I was running it
Hmm.
on. I was playing with some people before we officially started community games today, and I was running it on Thresh, which isn't the best user of it, but my flash, all my summoner spells were up like all the time. It was really really fun, and I was
That
like
actually
flashing
sounds really
basically.
fun.
I was flashing on like pretty much on cooldown. I was trying to at least, and the game got really
Yeah.
fun where I ended up throwing a lot.
Was that the one we just played, or I was playing
uh,
Shen?
no, no, no. It was wait. It was the one before.
Yeah, the one before
Yes,
community
yes,
game.
yes. It
I
was.
think I was in that one. Yeah.
You were part
Yeah,
of
because
that.
I was. I remember I love playing cooldown Thresh when they came out with 45% cooldown Thresh. So if you can do that for his summer spells too, I might have to start playing
Give it a
that.
shot. But you do lose. It was corrected. It's called aftershock. You know that's the one that usually Thresh gets. So you do lose that damage. But flash hooks are plentiful. Our flash plays are plentiful. So that's always really really exciting. But anyway, let's talk about this game, shall we? Um. Uh. Yeah. What do you think about the teams right
Yeah.
now?
I think that. Hmm. Trying to look. Wait, which team? Red team better do okay early game because they could have a rough time. if they don't get going because they have all AD.
Yeah, we
If
got some
Renekton-
nasty scaling.
If my boy Renekton gets going and he gets some armor items and he's like hard to kill but also one-shotting people, it could be MF is someone who will be very hard to play into Renekton if he gets ahead.
Hmm. Yeah, MF is really, really strong right now too. So they got a good pick there. I think they have a really strong bot lane for laning phase for sure. That level 1 fight though.
So they're gonna come out. Oh, going into Tribush.
Well done by OneTooth, kind of watching that. Oh, but the flash
Oh,
engage, I love it. I love it. Even though probably nothing would have come for it, you trade a flash off OneTooth, the mid laner. That's huge. Just coming from your support. That could mean Exiles could have a really early kill. That Talon could have a really early kill.
Yeah, Talon has a really strong level 2. You've got a Rammus jungle, like that could easily be a flash taunt and then all in, and you can kill Egg before he respawns with 2 people there. That should be a level 2 or 3 gank coming out from meal ready to eat.
Oof, that's really, really exciting. How's that Renekton Trundle matchup look?
It's honestly kind of skill based, but I feel like from what I've experienced, it's easier for Trundle. The healing he gets off of minions, like in lane, like he keeps up and sustain with Renekton. And once you get level 6, Renekton pretty much loses, just because Trundle's ult is so good for 1v1ing.
Gotcha.
It's so hard to fight him. Especially if you as Renekton, you might get in a situation where you need to ult for the fight, but then if you ult before Trundle ults, he'll get more stats from his ult. So it's like not helpful at all. But we'll see.
So we see an interesting start from the Jarvan on the blue side. Oh, Renekton getting chased out at level 1. Jarvan started in the enemy jungle, taking the red buff, and it actually sticks around to get Raptors as well. I don't know if they're aware of that, because if they were, Rammus should absolutely go to the enemy red buff.
You know, I just realized it is a Nivea support, not a Nivea mid.
Oh, look at that!
Oh, the level 2 gank though coming in, but turns it around and takes down the Jarvan. And in the bot lane too, they're taking down. He has no flash there. So
yeah, if he has double up though, he has double up. Oh no, doesn't get it.
The early 2 kills for the Vayne, that is not good.
Yeah, that's gonna be rough.
Lots of action going around the map.
Hey, who else died? 3? Oh, okay, yeah.
And you can see how in top lane, Renekton just doesn't have enough healing to keep up with Trundle healing. Trundle getting healing from minions is just too much.
He also started corrupting pot too, so
yeah,
that's rough. Do you think Renekton should have started Doran's shield or potions or something?
Not necessarily. I think the Doran's blade is good. I think that maybe Doran's shield just because of how this lane goes, but honestly I think it was just because of the early trade that it feels so oppressive right now. It could be a little bit closer. That early trade, level 1, just went completely wrong for Renekton.
Sure.
Level 1 through 2 is really weak for Renekton because once he uses Q, it's just like you only have autos, and the AD taking from Trundle's Q just kind of left him in a bad spot.
Sure.
And then I think he did have the...
Oh, you have press of the attack Trundle too, that's a lot of damage. Oh, nice stun going down on Rakan, so good damage dealt out there. But nothing else is going to come from that. Talon doing tons of damage to Ryder.
Jeez.
Uh-oh. Oh, nice stun though. Good flash. Probably, that flash was probably needed.
Yep.
I think if Trundle got an attack, like he could have flashed Q autoed or flash auto Q or something.
Yep. But I think if Aiden comes back with some items and he's not too over aggressive, I think he can be okay in this top lane. That level 1 trade really just set him behind, and sometimes, especially with sustained top laners, it's like if you're at the same health, obviously, like sticking around the same health, like once you lose one trade, it just kind of never goes back.
Yeah.
You can't really. It's kind of hard to misplay a trade on two melee people versus each other, Trundle and Renekton.
A nice catch onto Vayne, but then also a nice wall. Talon's going deep into the enemy jungle on the escape. I think he can get out though. Yeah.
Flashes over the other wall and uses the blast cone, so he gets out, but good roam from Renekton. Forcing the pressure in mid.
Yeah, that's smart. If you feel like you're having trouble in your lane, just go somewhere else and wreak havoc. And make that enemy tilt.
He did it. He did it at a place that his wave would be pushing back under his tower when he came back.
Ah, yeah, good point. A nice, easy gank from Rammus using a flash to secure the kill onto the fed Vayne. So that's going to be really good for the bot lane and red team.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised Vayne only getting a pickaxe on that back, not the BF sword. That would have.
Yeah, must have been a little short, a little gold, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, early dragon getting taken by the red team. Good call. As long as it doesn't get stolen. Huge fight in the top lane.
In the top lane, but you can see how
he's going in for the dive. Oh, no problem. Easy. Oh, but the smite early, but Jarvan still gets it with the auto attack.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
and
no.
he gets out with the flash.
Rammus,
action all around the map.
I don't know if Rammus had flash for, or had smite for that. Or if it was
No,
the second charge
like,
he used. I'm not sure because the cooldown's going down real fast.
It looks like where it was at. It looks like he didn't have it.
Oh, look at the dive by
Dive
Talon.
no...
Oh, but the stopwatch! Oh
no! Oh, outplayed.
Oh, that's painful. Where's the emote, Vigar? That's when you spam your emote. Oh man, Exile's having a rough day today.
He sure is.
Rammus is having a little bit of a hard time finishing his buff, but I think he's probably okay. Yeah, so red team doing pretty well. Oh no! Oh no!
First death for Rammus comes out of the jungle. That blue minion, he was not having any of that.
Man, hey, you know what? My experience, when you get executed in the jungle, that means you win the game. It causes some overconfidence or something, but every time I've died in the jungle, I've won game.
I think he just had to go back, and it was just a faster recall, you know?
Yeah, probably. You're probably right. It's funny because he started blue buff and he didn't finish it, so he's like, I can't do blue buff, but I can probably do Gromp. It's okay. It happens to the best of us. Don't worry. It even happens to the pros.
I think we've all gotten executed at some point, right?
Yeah.
I don't think there's anyone out there who's never been executed before.
Oh,
good trade.
Look at this damage, though.
But
oh my gosh! I don't think he has it. Oh, there it is. The ult comes out.
The Kiwi wins the fight barely. Talon's up top, but he makes it out. But this might be death for Jarvan. Jarvan's not level 6 yet. He is definitely gone.
Oh, but he brings back. Oh no! Oh, that cage.
Oh, but the W from Exile still gets him.
The cage probably saved it from being a double kill, though. Oh my gosh, Aiden going in like that was terrifying.
He is one ballsy motherfucker.
I like it.
He's also bringing out the lethality build, so see how that goes. I'm excited to see someone get just absolutely one shot by Renekton combo with lethality. Some point in this game, I'm calling. He's gonna flash on MF, and Blake's just gonna get one shot. He's just gonna be gone. The whole reason for him doing this to one shot Blake.
Again, the point of community games is to destroy the host. It's a secret mission. Get extra blue essence for it.
100%.
Actually, you get no blue essence for these.
We actually have no agreements with Riot. We're not that great.
Sponsored by Riot. But not really.
But not really.
Interesting thing right here. One Tooth is pretty confident about this lane as he has no support item.
Interesting.
I think he came in with a Doran's ring.
Yeah, and he's going for the Rod of Ages too, so he does have a lot of confidence in how this is gonna go.
We'll say this is really interesting. Blue team is actually surrounded by 3 red players, and they're about to get collapsed on. Oh, yeah, Rammus comes in a little late. But there's an engage in the bot lane. Nice engage by Rakan. But going to the top lane, yeah, by blue team. That was real unfortunate. I don't think they saw that Rammus was in that jungle as they thought they had the upper hand against them.
And once again, the Trundle ult actually Trundle would have traded 1-for-1 there if it wasn't for his ultimate. So, and he's going to go down here. The flash W from Aiden. I love it. I love the Renekton mechanics. And Rammus does not want to take this fight, even without the teleport. This is not something he can win. Oh, the slow though is so much. There comes the cage though. He's stuck inside, and that's another kill for Renekton.
That flash by Veigar to make sure 100% that Rammus can't get away. I like it. Boy. Yeah, my one thing I do want to say about Veigar's play so far, gotta make sure you aim those cages a little better so you can get the at least the inside part of the outer circle to spawn on the champion so you get an instant stun. I see most of his cages have had Talon right in the middle, and Talon just kind of stays a little calm, and kind of makes sure that he doesn't get stunned by it, then can dodge like Veigar's Q and stuff. So just work on a little bit of that. It's kind of tricky, but you get used to it after some practice.
Yeah, you gotta be careful as Veigar if you get people just inside of the cage and you don't stun them. I have, one of my favorite things that's ever happened to me was having a cocky Veigar do that and like laugh at me while I was inside the cage, and then I ended up dodging everything so I didn't die, and then insta killing him as soon as the cage was down. And
That's awesome.
It's just a good feeling, you know? Just throwing the BM right back in his face.
Yeah, that's good. So we got the typical Duskblade on MF, so that's terrifying.
Yeah, I like the, I've seen some lethality builds that just do insane damage.
Lots of damage down.
Oh my goodness, ultimate. It's doing lots of damage, just ripping through the egg too. Wow, the MF ult bringing him down and then almost bringing down the egg as well. That is a lot of damage.
That hurts. That really does hurt. Yeah, I think the whole Rakan combo with MF is actually very brutal. Oh, a lot of engage going down. Oh, he gets out! Exile gets out! Talon with just a little bit of health.
Triumph as well.
Ooh. That was spicy.
No stopwatch that time. It's broken.
It's broken.
The Zonia's actually. I wonder if he had it the cooldown up there.
Uh-oh.
Oh, the flash.
Uh-oh. The outplay on the dive!
Oh, that feels so bad when he's just stuck on that pillar and you can't move at all.
Oh, I thought he had that clean.
Oh, man.
Well done. Well done by that Trundle. Very, very clean execution on surviving that dive and getting that turnaround kill.
Yeah, red team picking up Dragon. Red team's starting to pull away in gold. They're 5k up and they're looking for this mid turret.
Yeah, Anivia's able to stall it a little bit for everyone else. Oh, there's the cage hits, though. Rakan cannot get that counter engage, though. Really, really close.
Here comes the TP from Necton, but nothing's going to happen after that. They had already disengaged.
Yeah. Nice look.
Got his completed Duskblade, though, so could see something spicy soon.
Whew. Man. Aiden wants to carry this one, huh? He's hungry. Yeah, he's done pretty well. 3-2. Not bad.
Got a good farm. Doing things, stuff, you know.
Ooh.
Oh, Talon going right in, barely surviving the chunk on Anivia. Got the exhaust off. That's a scary Talon.
I don't think Anivia had her egg yet either.
No, she definitely did not. That would have been a dead bird. Would have been some fried chicken.
Alright, so Rammus looks like he's having a little bit more effect on this game as Jarvan has no assists. Rammus is a 1-2-1, but has more farm than Jarvan too. So that's, I think that's That's unfortunate. Jarvan's definitely not necessarily the farming jungler. You want to be ganking on Jarvan a lot. 'Cause he has some really terrifying ganks and some pretty good paths that he can gank on. That being said, Rammus is just a brutal jungler as well, so...
Yeah, Rammus just rolls up and taunts and he's like, hey, how you doing?
Oh,
Ooh,
Anivia sleeping on there. Goes down real quick. Don't know what happened there. Maybe a disconnect or just not paying attention. But Talon's on the backs.
Oh my god. Goodbye, Vayne. Is there a Vayne in this game? I can't tell.
Holy crap.
Disappeared.
That was a lot of damage.
Yeah. Exile is... I mean, he's fed. He's already a great... The engage going up on top. Chronos got the ult up, so he's going to have lots of healing, but... Oh, misses the Q on Jarvan. Jarvan's going to go down, but Aiden should be able to finish this off, and he does.
Yeah, I think that was really smart by him. He knew that he was dead, so might as well get the kill on the Jarvan.
Right. He didn't have flash up there to get out of the Jarvan ult anyways. But yeah, Jarvan didn't hit his Q on the flag, so he didn't get the knockup from flag and drag. I think that may have cost him his life there.
Yeah, probably.
Oh,
nice flash.
Gets out of the Rakan W. That would have meant Veigar's death, I'm sure.
Uh-oh. But here comes the collapse on top lane.
Oh,
see how much Talon does.
Oh,
the damage! That is a squishy Renekton.
Yeah, he's going full damage. That's a full damage Talon. That is just a huge burst. And then Wing the Rammus to get that Thorn Mail doesn't help either.
Yep, now he's got that I don't know if he had that before.
The flash in!
Whoa!
Oh yes, but he doesn't die to trade. He stays alive.
Wow.
Blake getting really greedy there on the half health Veigar.
Dude, I love it. You don't see... That's a wild turtle play right there. Except he lived.
Yeah. You know, at least he used his flash. Am I right?
Yeah, and at least he didn't die. He got out of that real quick once he saw the Zhonya's.
Well, this is going to be the trigger. Jarvan just getting stockpiled. 4-man in mid. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that was a really nice Trundle pillar.
Jarvan having no luck, and Red Team's just going to keep pushing mid. They're not getting answered on this. This is going to be another turret going down. Red Team is 8k gold up. This is just... They're running away with this game right now.
Talon going in all by himself. Gets stunned by the Nivea and blocked off.
The flash in my Rammus. That's a ton of damage for goodbye, Vayne.
Oh, that's really tilting. Vayne tried to condemn the Talon into that into the Nivea wall, but he flashed right when the condemn came out, so he got stunned outside the Nivea wall, and then proceeded to get destroyed by the Rammus flashing in and taunting it. Super tilting right there.
All these lethality builds coming out in this game, so much damage from those. Lethality is strong as ever. I'm still going to consider it a win for blue team though, if at some point Renekton one-shots the MF. That's all I care about. Let's be real.
All that matters.
Renekton caught out here again. I don't think he can, with lethality, I don't think he can fight Trundle, but Talon's here too, so it doesn't even matter. He doesn't even get a chance to assert the 1v1.
I love the emote by Legion. He's been spamming emotes, using them correctly. Those mechanical emotes. Super important.
Aiden he did pull out the Bramble Vest just to get the armor and the minus the grievous wounds to stop some of Trundle's healing, but I don't think that's going to be enough with his ultimate and the health from Titanic. Trundle is just such a monster 1v1 against other bruisers. It's going to be pretty impossible with the lethality build to ever win that fight as Renekton. Lethality build is all about bursting, and you're not going to burst out of Trundle.
Oh no.
Coming out. Oh, Jarvan got CC'd so he couldn't EQ in. The teleport is cancelled because that would have been a death teleport.
Talon looking in the jungle. He's hunting.
Yeah, they've got full control over the jungle. They are so far ahead.
Oh no. Oh, nice stun though.
Veigar. A lot of damage coming up.
Oh, Jarvan goes totally in by himself.
Oh.
Is Jarvan going damage? Jarvan is going damage, but he doesn't even have a Duskblade. You can't zero people out without a Duskblade on Jarvan. this late into the game when you're 0-6.
He saw that the 3-man stun. He saw the damage coming out all at once. He thought, "Oh, this is our moment," but it all came out at one time.
Oh no!
Oh, there's the.
Oh, he's going for that map.
Oh, there's 2-1 CC. He doesn't get it. He didn't have ult. If he had ultimate there and ulted in between that, he could have had the one shot. But there was too much CC going on and damage from other teammates.
Give it a 5 out of 10.
I give him an A for effort.
Well, a very quick MFR.
Oh, the dive onto the vein. She's trying to outplay, but the ignite plus electrocute and that's gonna be the surrender actually.
Surrender vote. Interesting. We don't get too many of those on the little community games, but
No, we do not.
Yeah, I think that was a fair surrender.
Yeah, 12k gold. That one was not looking good for them. That town was just one-shotting everyone.
Yeah. That was a good game. Really, really well played by Red. They did not really give much room to come back. They kept pushing, kept pressure, kept objective control, and you didn't see too much over diving and too much desperate plays or anything like that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it would have been. I think that the one thing blue team could have done, I think, if they had held out longer, with a Veigar and Vayne, they, may have won that game. Especially since red team was all AD, so they could have built some armor. But it would have been a long game, and it would have been a lot of fighting. So I definitely understand the surrender in the normal game.
Yeah, it can be a little bit painful.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. All right, that's Community Game 2. I think I can do one more, although I might want to jump into a game this time and get my ass handed to me and get to hear what you guys have to say about my poor play.
Yeah, let's jump over to
all right, let's do it.
Team.
GG, guys.
GG, everybody.
Start up another one.
Why am I starting up another one?
Hey, Blake literally said, "I'm not gonna do it unless Sam says it."
Because I love Sam and I respect him.
That's not what you said.
He's like, I don't want to step on any toes here. I know Sam loves making custom
I've known
games.
him a long time. It would probably upset him tremendously if I set up the game in his, because that's kind of his thing. That was what I said. I was like, it's Sam's niche. It's his thing. I don't want to take that away from him. And everybody's like, no, fuck Sam. And I'm like, no.
How dare you?
Not my friend Sam.
Thanks, Blake.
I appreciate the try.
I didn't get to leave lane.
I know anything.
And Sam, I'll tell you this. It was touch and go there for a second. They really almost had me doing it. And then I was like, no. Not today.
I really appreciate that. For that, I think I will let you cast this game if you feel like it.
If you would like. I live to serve.
All right. Is this everyone? Everyone get an invite that wants in?
I have a friend. I need an invite as well. Safazil.
Wait, I'm coming.
Gotcha.
And then I have a friend who can come if you guys have an opening. Oh, we don't. Okay.
What do you mean?
A good friend of mine. He's on my team, duos with me, but...
No, I meant, what do you mean we don't have an opening? Because I just went to spectate.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
One Tooth.
One Tooth. Would you like to shoutcast?
Like the frozen balls.
He's gonna just type in. We'll just have like Discord chat with One Tooth, and you can type his commentary.
No, text to speech. It's gonna be like, oh, look at him go.
Yeah.
Oh my.
For Lola, he
is prolific. Can anyone stop this man?
Pentakill.
Godlike.
Is there some sort of Barry Allen meme that I don't understand? Someone sent us an email on our show about Barry Allen. I don't understand the meme, or if it was a meme.
Is this guy?
Barry Allen.
Pretty sure
The
that's
Flash.
the green line.
Hi,
One
my
Tooth.
name's Barry Allen. Is it because I think it's
Yeah.
because of the intro?
One Tooth, come back to me, baby.
Is there anyone else who wants to play? Because
Ice Orb.
Hi, my name is Michael Jordan. And I want to sue League of Legends Anonymous Podcast for defamation.
Hey, wait, invite.
Get that ice orbs in her.
How do we want to balance?
It don't matter to me.
I don't really care either.
But I find the balance.
I think it's pretty good right now.
We got a provisional 2 golds and me.
Don't you dare say that.
No, I don't care what. It doesn't matter. Whatever you want to do.
I come to community games to stomp on noobs.
Are we all good with this?
Yeah, Exiles is like bronze 5. It's fine.
Alright. Because I'm some reason the party leader, so.
All right. Get on your teams and Shoutcaster's podcasting room.
Keep losing the podcast.
It's like right underneath it. That's why I decided to do that.
I keep like scrolling up. I think it used to be at the very top?
Yes.
Okay.
Then I realized it's probably not the most important room anymore. Probably Wednesday community games is probably the most important thing to be like, hey, this exists, guys.
Yeah,
And
for Discord, for sure, I think it is.
Everyone watching the Twitch stream, I am about to kill the stream and start it right back up again, just so it's easier to create VODs of this. So don't go anywhere if you guys want to watch the third game.